They were covered up. They had their vest on. They had the shields. It's like they were prepared for war. So I couldn't get a good look at them. When they were in that line, they were in this protective gear and just prepared for battle. I just felt pressure. That's all. I knew I was hit with something, and I didn't know if I was possibly hit with, like you said, maybe someone was throwing something and I got hit with it. And I didn't realize, because after I was hit, it just, things kind of slowed down, and I saw people running around me frantic, and I fell to the ground. But it wasn't until people started to try to lift me up and I saw there were pools of blood on the ground, and people were saying, she's been shot, she's been shot. So even in the midst of that, I'm still not really understanding, because I'm saying, hey, grab my phone. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe people are exaggerating, because I really don't think I was shot while I'm here walking away, going to go for someone to help me from the tear gas. And it wasn't until I got in the car, and the one individual, there was a young man that continued to use a shirt or something to kind of put pressure on the wound, and I saw all the blood in the car, and I'm like, was I shot? And the guy said, yes, you were shot. And I began to cry, because I'm like, first of all, I don't know where my family is. My friend is separated from me, and I'm bleeding all over this person's car, and I'm started to apologize to them, and he's like, you're fine, we got to get you to a hospital. And they didn't care about anything. They weren't concerned about anything but getting me to the hospital. And they were looking and searching, and we found the hospital, and they grabbed me out of the car and they carried me, and they told the nurses and ran around to the front and saying, get someone over here to help me. And then even after I was there for probably an hour, they were still there waiting to make sure that I was okay. So I realized eventually, but I was still more focused on the fact that these strangers are like helping me. They are making sure I'm okay, and then they were still at the hospital waiting to make sure that I was okay. Like those are the moments in situations like this that people should focus on as well. There are so many good people. There were good people out there that were doing the right thing, that were voicing their concerns over the right thing. And then even after the police, because the police saw me on that ground bleeding. And at what point are the officers, is no one going to come from that line and make sure that I was okay? So civilians and people that have to risk themselves, because if they're just shooting rubber bullets, they could also get hit as well, came to save me, while the police officers stood right there in that line and watched me bleed on that ground. They didn't move. I didn't see anyone come in any videos come over to help me. Not a single officer.
They didn't potentially
understand why I was shot. I wasn't